What's up, guys? That was mandatory intro music.
Oh,
We
I'll
got
probably have to edit that out. I can't use it, but whatever.
so we got Justin Harris here, myself, John Rivas, which decided to do something a little different. We get a lot of questions and definitely random stuff we talk about from time to time, and we decided to try to do a little podcast and see where it goes. So we put up a little question and form
First of
today.
all, I think we should thank our sponsors, First Detachment Nutrition and Dr. Porkenheimer's Boner Juice.
Yeah. Oh, I will say though, guys, First Attachment, it's definitely got the shirt on. It's something I used on my prep. I'm using them all this year. Definitely check them out. We got sales going on all the time. Great products. We will put our products up against anyone. So do a favor, check that out. We'll have links here, there, everywhere in the bottom. So go check those out. But moving forward, we had a bunch of questions roll in. So Justin, was there anything current topic wise you wanted to get off your chest?
Like political, like current topic, like
Dude,
societal?
anything.
No, I don't know. Like
anything other than
I overcooked my steak earlier.
I thought you like always leave it rare. You said
Rare, blue rare. No, just smack it on the ass.
Yeah.
Cut the hair off. No.
Yeah.
Overcooked my steak, but it was still, it was steak. It was still good. Did I ever tell you about the worst steak I ever had?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it was awesome.
Dad jokes for the win. All right, let's see what we got, dude. Listen, man. Look, guys, I am not. There may be one or two questions. We got about like 50 questions, right? There may be one or two I'm gonna have to not put on air because it'll delete our YouTube channel. But everything else, I'm gonna make sure that we get to. So let's see. The first one, what's in your Spotify top songs? I don't use Spotify, but my playlist is pretty much anything from 80s to hip hop, R&B. I mean, I remember I was at Collegiate Nationals powerlifting one year, and I think I was listening to Taylor Swift or something like that. I don't know, Justin. What do you have?
I don't use Spotify either, but I use YouTube. And I have YouTube Red, so it plays when it's closed, the app is closed or whatever. But YouTube's algorithm just buries you into a corner, and so because I'll play pool at night and I'll just turn on YouTube, and it offers no variety.
It's just the same stuff.
But my daughter's been obsessed with the song Four Chords. Have you ever heard that song by the Axis Blossom? There's a chord structure. It's like someone in the comments will know 1, 5, 6, 4. I can do the chords like on a piano, what the structure is, and it's just a chord pattern that pretty much every pop song has.
Do you play piano?
What's that?
Do you play piano?
A little bit, yeah.
Humble brag.
I'll tickle the ivories. I'll tickle anything.
Yeah. So next question. Because we're going to try to get through most of these guys. We got a lot of. So next one. This is another very educational one. When was the last time you pissed the bed? I will say I've never been drunk. Like legit, I've been buzzed, but I've never actually been drunk. So it's got to be like maybe 6 years old, 7. I don't know.
Oh man, I do it stone cold sober. About like 3 nights ago, I had a dream that I was peeing blood, and I was like, man, this is terrible. And then I realized it was really warm. I was like, God, I'm peeing blood. It's really warm everywhere.
What do you tell the wife, though? What do you tell the wife?
And then I popped up. I was like, I wouldn't say I peed the bed, but I definitely peed my sweatpants.
What do you tell the wife, though, when she sees you doing that in the middle of the night?
Oh, she doesn't see me doing it. I just.
Why are you getting up, Justin?
Oh, she does. We've been married over 20 years. She doesn't know whether I'm in the bed. We're rarely in the bed. It was probably our 7-year-old next to me. I mean, there's always a kid in the bed. Or
is that what you got to look forward to when you have kids?
Oh yeah, I've been slept alone with my wife in 18 years now.
Oh my God, dude. What color is your room? Well, right now I think both of our rooms are black, and we have our green accents going.
What's funny? So you said that, and we were just talking about bedroom, and I had a little moment of panic because I have no idea. I don't know what color our bedroom is.
Yeah, you don't remember?
I think it's a light color. No, I just realized how
Like
oblivious
gray or
I am
something?
to my own home.
All right, so here's one. This is a more. I'm gonna let you go off this one, Justin, because a lot of guys talk about this one nowadays. Have you ever done mint or like trestolone? And then the question is, people seem to hate on it, but at least in my case, it makes me feel amazing because it's pretty strong, and it gives me great strength size gains, and I have very good blood work on it. What do you say to that?
Well, I mean, it's funny because if you read Comprehensive Performance Tradition Volume 2, I have a whole section kind of just bashing mint.
So he asked the wrong
No,
people.
but not bashing it, just saying like everyone wants to try the brand new stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if your blood work's fine, you feel great, you get stronger. If you get nothing but positives, you know, that's like when Marge Simpson gets on gear on The Simpsons. You ever see that? And someone asked her, "What's that?" Well, she's like, "Are there any side effects?" And the person says, "Yeah, greatness."
Yeah, I feel great. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel great, your blood work's great, then have at it. But you know, for a lot of people, it's too harsh.
Yeah. See, and then so then that leaves this next question. It's like it's another drug one. What do you guys think about MK677, which I believe we've both taken at one point? And oh, Nate's calling me. So, he's telling me how much he's taking, which is the normal level based upon the studies that I've read. IGF-1 levels are in the 400s. A1C is perfect. Fasted blood glucose stays between 70 and 89, which obviously we know that's good. It's under 90. And so it's like, I mean, that's more of a statement, I guess. Well, the question is, what do you guys think about it? We've both talked about this. I remember I used it 2 years ago or something. And I was like, man, Justin, I feel great. Sleep. I will say my sleep was freaking awesome on it. But the side effects of it, like the water retention and things like that, were just way worse than using regular growth.
Yeah, the water retention is terrible. That's another one. It's a great product if it works for you. You know, if you don't get the side effects, it's a great product. If you're trying to diet, good luck. I mean, the appetite increase is outrageous. The mental impact of looking like a water buffalo when you're dieting is going to be rough. I think, in general, it's a riskier product because anything that causes a lot of water retention, I don't get like too into it, but you get a lot of water retention. You have the same blood vessels no matter what. You have the same garden hose through your body no matter what. You double the amount of blood through that garden hose, the pressure is going to go up. Your blood pressure goes up, it's hard on the heart, it's hard on the kidneys. If you don't get the side effects, have at it. And it's a great product. It's one of only 2 of the new peptide SARMs, whatever, that I really ever recommend, actually, that and cardarine. But
there's a few studies done on it. I've read up on those. Those are good.
And MK, yeah, it's a great product. If you don't get side effects, and you're in the off season, I got nothing against it. Great for strength, great for fullness.
Yeah, that one's good. I mean, this next question, like how long should an off season typically be? I'd love to compete again, but I don't want to leave any gains left on the table. I'm still very lean, maybe 7 to 10% body fat, glute lines, glute ham tie-ins. I mean, you got glute lines.
You're not 10%.
I'll tell you.
I'll lay it right up for you. Here's how you grow the most rapid. And you can see, John, if we can get pictures of you like 2 years ago, David Lamartina, Ben Pollock, anybody. There's a Paul Barnett, Big Paul. Look at him 2 years ago. Here's how you get big. Diet down really, really, really hard in this stage shape if you can. And you probably should compete because there's a lot of value in that. Rebound out of that for about 4 to 6 weeks at about 60% of your off-season doses for gear, and then cruise, recover 4 to 8 weeks, and then start a 16-week off-season blast, and that's your main off-season. Cruise again for 4 to 8 weeks. At week 4, get blood work, verify you're healthy, and then start a 16-week contest prep. And boom, that's about 50 weeks. That's competing once a year. And that's the most rapid rate of growth. And what you should be is right at the end of that off season, you should be hitting about 12% body fat, right when your peak anabolism starting to dip, and then you start the next contest diet and just repeat over and over. And that's without a doubt. If you want to gain the weirdest thing about sport is if you want to be the biggest you in the future, it almost always means become the leanest you right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's someone just asked. Let me read it. What do I have to do to get your size? Well, I mean, I don't know how big you are or how small you
I mean,
are.
you're born with it. I mean, jelqing helps a little bit, I've heard,
Joking
but
helps.
like,
Yeah, but I mean, like, it just, I don't know, if you're big, you gotta definitely drop a little bit of body fat. But if you're smaller, which I was a hard gainer, food is your best friend, the most
oh
anabolic
yeah,
thing you can do. And people, a lot of people now, are more educated and know that food. But I will say this: when I was coming out of community college, I stayed at home for a year, did community college. I would leave my class, I would go straight to McDonald's. And this was when like the dollar menu was a dollar menu. It
oh
wasn't a
yeah, yeah,
$1.25 menu.
yeah.
And I would spend between like $25 and $27 at McDonald's. And then I would go lift right after that. I was 18, 19 years old, 170 pounds, 175 pounds, and I could eat anything. So, I knew I needed food. I didn't eat necessarily the right food, but
But I think there's an important story there. A couple of them. One, when you're young and you have a metabolism like that, you can do things like that. Two,
yeah.
uh, you were training for strength, which is quite a bit different than
Mm-hmm.
training for muscle. And
I
three,
was
you weren't,
training just to be Ronnie.
yeah,
Ronnie
brawny, yeah,
J.
like the towel. But also you were not as big then as you are now, and
No.
your eating now is more precise.
Yes.
You have to eat. That's the only thing. I mean, nothing else turns to muscle.
Yeah.
Like gear doesn't turn to muscle. It's a different chemical structure. Muscle is made of proteins. So the only thing, like you take stuff, you train hard, that stuff will facilitate the muscle growth. But the
Yeah.
only thing that it can actually turn into muscles, you have to eat the food, and that food can be synthesized into the muscle. And you're better off eating the right foods. When you're young, you can get away with junk. When you're older, you can't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really just a matter of eating as much as you can without getting fat. How much good meat and rice can you get through your body each day for a long period of time without getting over 12% body fat?
And so these questions are sort of flowing into each other. I sort of like it. Good job, guys. This person wanted to know, how to bring up calves and vastus lateralis, which, if you guys don't know, is the outer head of the quad, which we call quad sweep. They say their legs just aren't coming up as much as the upper body, which is normal for most people that are, and especially people that are taller or have long limbs. That will be the way things mostly work. They're hitting everything twice a week. Actually, I think they're doing the critical mass training, Justin.
I was
High
just about to
carb.
say, whatever your training program sounds terrible, but I'm glad I didn't say that because
Yeah. I would say the movement itself, and Justin and I used to joke about this. A couple of years ago, he thought my quads were going to be more straight up and down. And what I started doing, I was like, okay, well, I have to feel my quad. I was a powerlifter forever. I was like A to B, A to B, A to B. All right, well, let me feel everything in between A to B. So what I did is, after certain movements, I would do like a partial rep. And what I would do is I wouldn't lock out, but I wouldn't go like past bringing my leg past that parallel movement, because then I start to incorporate hamstring lengthening and things like that, which took it off my quad. So I would do, like, let's say like a close stance leg press. I'd do full range. And then at the end, I would do like maybe like partial. So instead of the full range, I do just partials. I wouldn't lock out. I wouldn't come all the way down, just pump them out every set until they're completely gone. And you're going to start to feel that outer quad. Now that worked for me. I don't know, Justin, if you ever had.
Well, I think the way you work through that, exactly how everyone should. You went through, and you could see, like, in your brain, you were thinking about feeling it. You're feeling it in that area.
Yeah.
There's no, like that works for you, and that's the most common type that will work for that area, for the vastus lateralis. But that might not work for everyone. What everyone should do is not worry about what movement they should do. They should worry about finding a movement and finding a movement pattern that targets that area. Make that area, build up lactate there, make that area sore, and then that you'll find those movements. Don't just because hack squats are supposed to work outer sweep. Everyone with a poor outer, it's almost like it's funny because if you think about it, everyone who's got shitty outer sweep does hack squats, because hack squats are supposed to improve your outer sweep. So if you could almost like do a case study, and you could say, like, who does it would look like hack squats were the worst for outer sweep, because everyone just automatically does them if they have and they generally are good. But if your sweep isn't growing and you're doing the movement that's supposed to make them grow, try something else. And then calves are easy. They're not easy, but people don't train them right. People do want their calves to grow. They start some calf program, and 6 weeks later, their calves aren't huge and they get pissed. How much has your chest grown in 6 weeks? How much bigger are your arms than they were in mid-April? You know, how much bigger? So treat your calves like any other muscle group. I started legs with calves always. Calves were
same
because then you treat them that way. You know, you want to do something weird like 100 or 1,000 reps of chest every day for 6 weeks and expect to have Arnold Schwarzenegger's chest, you know. But people think like they try these weird ass calf routines. Just train your calves as seriously as you do any other muscle group. If you treat it like your biceps or your triceps or your quads or your chest, and train them hard and serious, and let 7 years pass, you'll have big calves.
And you know, anytime you come in the gym, you know, it's like I'm the same as you. I have to do my quad or my calves the beginning of the session, because by the end of the session I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted. I want to go home, and you always skip them. So do your calves
abs,
beginning.
Yeah, I mean, go into the gym with a purpose. You know, I mean, we're all dumb meatheads.
Yeah,
but try to be as smart of a dumb meathead as possible, and don't. I mean, just think logically. Don't. You want to try a new arm routine, and like a month later, be like, dude, my arms haven't even grown.
You'd be surprised, dude. All right, let's think about it. The attention, we were talking about this earlier, the attention span, because of TikTok
we already lost
stuff.
all the listeners.
No one's even watching this show anymore. They're just
no. They're in the background. So some kids are watching porn, and he's mid jerk right now. He's like, oh shit, I forgot to.
It's like the Netflix one where they're like, hey, are you still there?
Yeah,
it's like So someone asked about Ozempic. Justin, are we going to use that for my next prep? Getting the pro card or?
No, we won't.
You don't want to take it. All the celebrities take it. It's a cool
thing. How many celebrities are winning the Olympia?
Yeah.
Well, no, for real. I'm not really a fan. I mean, I've had.
Well, if you look it up, it's like, why are people using this when they don't need to?
I mean, the studies are showing that you lose muscle mass on it. You know, it's new. There's a lot of why you're losing muscle mass. It drops people's appetite. Maybe they're losing muscle mass because they're eating so infrequently, or the foods they're eating, they tend to, if you don't have any appetite, you just munch on like candy or something. But the studies show people are losing muscle mass, and you don't want that. So I'm currently not a fan.
Yeah, dude. Someone asked.
I'm on Team Mint now. I used to be anti-Team Mint.
You're not Team Tren, dude. Team Tren, whatever.
Yeah, I've always said, Tren. What is that? Eat clean and Tren hard.
Yeah.
And Navar give up.
Dude, someone asked about. They asked about if Justin's going to release sleep product. Dude, guys, first Detachment products. This is the old label, so forgive me. I don't have the new one. Hit the Rack is our sleep product. Yes, Justin does have one.
Yeah, it's dual focus. Most sleep products will be like a product like that it has melatonin, or they'll have a product like valerian root that's to keep you asleep. There's two things you need to do. First of all, you need to get your brain in alpha waves, which makes you sleepy. That's how you fall asleep. And then the next thing you do is you need to get your brains in delta waves so you stay in deep sleep. And it's basically two products combined. It's a product, the first half is designed to make you sleepy, and you take that, and 15 minutes later, you'll feel like you took a Xanax. I mean, we almost wanted to call it, instead of Hit the Rack, we were going to call it Xanny. But
I will say, you guys, if you take that, please set your alarm. We do not claim responsibility if you get fired from your job because you are asleep.
It says right on the bottom, we will not be responsible for any missed meetings, jobs, or appointments.
So don't blame us. All right. Next one. Top 3 suggestions to improve recovery. I will say, I'm going to be completely honest. I don't do a lot of crazy recovery stuff anymore because I don't train with the amount of intensity. I mean, I still train intense, but I will say that intensity with weight wise is not the same as it was when I was doing powerlifting, doing 900-pound like half squats, raw, and all that stuff. Not the same. So before when I was at my peak in powerlifting, it was chiropractor 1 week, deep tissue the next, chiropractor 1 week, deep tissue the next. I would stretch on my own. I would foam roll, myofascial release. I would do all of that stim treatment. I pretty much did ice baths. I love those. The ones where you stand in them and like they release the cold air.
Cryo.
I do. Those were crap. Right.
I think there's a reason for that. You don't get the penetration. There's a thing called the latency of heat, and this is a physics thing. You ever notice, like, you can go out in a 70-degree day and it's warm, right? What does 70-degree water feel like? You jump in a 70-degree pool, You
Oh man,
know,
you
you
burn.
got major shrinkage, your nipples are
Yeah.
rock hard, and you're freezing. And the reason is because heat transfers through water better than it does air. So when you submerge in an ice bath, the heat from your body is transferring into the cold of the bath very
Yes.
rapidly. When you go in a cryo chamber, even though that cryo chamber is much colder air, the heat for your body doesn't transfer through air as well, which is exactly why a 70-degree day or even a 60-degree day feels tolerable. 60-degree water is an ice bath, you know. But so that's why.
Someone said they want to be my friend so badly. So, dude, we got some stalkers out there. I ain't even gonna lie. Hey, I charge, okay, for friendship.
I'm free.
You know,
I'm like, I mean, in-app purchases, but to start, I'm free. Free trial, at least a month. Yeah.
Dog,
No, never mind. I don't got time. I got 4 kids, 1 dog, 1 rat.
You don't want friends, bro?
A wife? Huh?
You don't want to be cool? You don't want friends?
Yeah, I want. No, I do.
You're too old for that
I want them. I just offered a 1 month free trial.
Yeah. All right. See, dude, what else do we got? Oh my God, man. Some of these. That one, I'm gonna skip that one.
Can you sign it?
No,
can you say it in pig Latin?
Someone I know is talking about people's names. We're not playing that game, man. We straight up here, dog. Straight up, we don't do that behind your back shit. So what are the thoughts on new generation? This person sounds like they hate the new generation.
Every generation hates every generation hates the one in front of them. I mean,
they said bodybuilding's dead, which it depends on how you view it.
There's more money and more. I mean, like bodybuilding. Chris Bumstead, do you consider that bodybuilding?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a weird thing because in the 80s you had like back like when Rocky defeated communism, or when Arnold defeated aliens, like that was, it was really like muscles were really a big thing. And so, but bodybuilding was super fringe, but like action stars and like celebrities being buff was a big deal.
Yeah.
Then you went through the late 90s, and all the celebrities were like little bottom twinks, and then bodybuilders were the best ever. And so like it's weird, like what are you considering? Because right now you got like The Rock, Mark Wahlberg, stay prayed up, 2:30 a.m. wake up. You mean celebrities are going back to being jacked, and maybe the sport isn't as popular, but
I
don't know.
Someone asked me how big my peen is, so I'm gonna put it out there and be like, hey dude,
I'm hung like a field mouse.
Hey, that's I gotta have a little privacy, but I'm sure we could all be bigger in some way or another. So I'll leave it at that. Let your imagination take over on that one.
Imagination, like a quick Google search doesn't bring it up.
Yeah, well, I made a little bit of money.
Don't Google search it, otherwise you'll grow up never knowing what it feels like to be a real man.
What is the current cycle? I mean, honestly, I'm running a little bit of test, a little bit of EQ. That's that's my sort of off-season thing. Some people worry about their RBC and hematocrit on EQ, but mine's good. So that's what I'm doing. Justin, what are you on? Tren, Anadrol?
I'm on TRT. I'm on Met Doctor. I'm on
doctor's
legit.
prescribed Ment.
Oh, I'm legit. Yeah. I went legit.
Ment,
I go through airports with that stuff.
Fuck yeah.
International. I'm like, try me.
So someone asked, do I miss powerlifting? I mean, dude, what is miss, right? Do I miss the camaraderie of my buddies in training? Oh, dude, hell yeah. Right. Big shout out to Random Mason, my training partner in Best Bud, helped me break the all-time world record. I beat Dan Green's record, which was amazing. Didn't think I would do that, but yeah, that was I miss it. Do I miss the training? Like we call it ghost pain, right? Or like a floating ghost pain. So it would go from here. You wouldn't really be hurt, but it'd be like your shoulder 1 week, your elbow the next, then down to your hip. And like you never were healthy. It was always something going on.
I don't think ghost pain, that sounds like a real pain. The medical term for those are injuries, actually.
Yeah, well, it happens, dude. That was
ghost pain.
So no, dude, I don't miss it. I do, but I accomplished what I want to do, natty and untested. So I already know who asked this one. Freaking our Canadian brethren. Why do you like pancakes so much? Are they anabolic and are they better than tren? Okay, so
what kind? The right pancake or the wrong pancake? Because pancakes can vary.
So, well, I'm team. Okay, are we team pancake or are we team waffle? All right, I'm gonna put this
Oh
out there.
God, no! I don't think that's a debate. No one's team waffle, are they? I mean,
Well,
is it
let me
not legally?
all right, let me say it. I found my little Black and Decker steel waffle maker, and I've perfected it over the last couple of weeks. I found that the amount of protein and batter I use, I can make one waffle as compared to like
said.
4 or 5 pancakes. So I get more bang for my buck with that one waffle. So I'm starting to become team waffle. You know exactly who you are who asked that question. So there's one, Justin, I think I got one for you. Have I done drugs? I have smoked weed before when I was a wee young man. I've never done coke or meth or any. I don't do that stuff. I've never done
any of them that I didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, no, I don't. No, I haven't.
I have tried a drug.
There was a good one here for you, Justin. Okay, so someone asked, when Justin works clients up to 3 high days a week, how would you run them if they only train 4 days a week? I hear him say not to run.
Probably wouldn't get to 3 high days. There's nothing like, I mean, it's not like it's super magical. Like what we would do if you're training 4 days a week is we'd have 2 high days, and the medium days would be closer to a high day than the high day might be for someone training 5 days a week. You know,
yeah,
it'd be like a slight difference like that. It wouldn't be, the medium days would probably be high. The high days and medium days would be closer in total calories, probably.
Yeah. Someone asked, do I want kids and when is that going to happen? Dude, y'all are just out of control, dude. Personal life stuff. I don't believe in having kids out of wedlock unless it's unfortunate and happens.
Oh, you say you don't believe in having kids. I was like, dude,
I don't believe in
that's
children.
Literally how the world exists. It's not a belief system.
Dude, what was that from Coming to America? It was like he sung that. Was it Whitney Houston? He's like, I believe the children are our future.
Yeah, sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate.
Let them lead the way. Yeah. Hey, that boy can sing. Yeah, let's see.
All right, the kind of money that jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds.
See, this is, you know what? Someone just said, can you
Randy
do a
Watson,
weird...
That's his name. Randy Watson.
Dude, someone asked if I could do a rear glute spread on camera. I think I know who asked that. Dude, you wrong. That's wrong. Come on, man.
Ask you to do one, or do you have one?
Asked me to do one. I'm like, dude, you better pay me, bro.
Yeah, I never got into. I mean,
I'm not feeling that. That's a little. I'd have to practice that to perfect that pose.
You know, I don't think you have to practice. That's pretty easy. You just spread your butt cheek, show your rusty starfish, and game over. There's not a lot of skill.
Someone asked the worst or craziest advice I was given to me as a bodybuilder. Anything Justin tells me to do. No, that's I don't know, man. Craziest advice.
I heard one.
I don't know.
When I wasn't really known as a coach, I did this as long as I could, and I still do if I ever get the opportunity. If someone starts talking about bodybuilding, and I recommend this for any topic, act like you know nothing about the topic, because then they'll tell you what they really believe, and that's what I used to do. And I heard some crazy shit. One guy told me that the night before a show, you should go and get fried in a tanning bed to burn off the top layer of skin.
Try you out, bro.
You'd be a watery mess because the sunburn, that's what the response is drawing water. But he said, burn off the top layer of skin the night before a show.
That doesn't make sense.
It would backfire dramatically. But another time, I was told, don't brush your teeth for the 6 weeks before competition because of sodium fluoride, and you want low sodium.
It's turning the frogs gay. What was that, Alex Jones? The fluoride. It's turning the frogs gay. How much yelling in the gym is too much yelling?
I'm not a yeller.
Listen, I'll say this. If you're getting hyped for something, a little, a quick little, whatever. Okay, cool. But I'll say, if you're screaming like really audibly during the whole movement, there's a strong chance you're not working hard enough. If you ever push like a hack squat or a deadlift really hard, you'll notice that you cannot push
Yeah, the
out.
Valsalva maneuver. You lose the
Exactly.
Valsalva maneuver.
You're
Yeah.
not able to talk. You can't scream. So I
No,
would
yeah.
say
If
if
you're
someone's
yelling out, yeah. I mean, for like you can, because you're like squeezing so hard that that pressure can like override the Valsalva maneuver
Yep.
briefly, and you get like a grunt. That's legit. That means you're just pushing. If you're like,
Yeah.
making porn sounds or like howling, I don't care. I train at home. I say, I mean, do what feels good.
Yeah.
But I can't. I don't make noise
Oh, I
in the
missed
bed
one.
or the gym. Complete silence.
Dude, has your wife ever been because I've had this happen because I wear a CPAP and when you hold your breath or whatever when you have sleep apnea.
Oh yeah, and you wake up and she's like covering your nose and your mouth.
No, dude,
Oh,
not
no.
that. No, I was saying when they wake you up and you're like, I thought you were dead. No, mine hasn't tried to kill me yet, bro.
Oh yeah, I thought it was like when you wake up and they're like, "Are you dead yet?" It's close.
Guys, Justin has a great relationship with his wife. In case anyone is
we've been married 20. This will be our 21st year. Yeah, 7 of the best years of my life.
What do you get for a 20th or a 21st? What's the gift? Does anyone know?
I worked with an artist and had a song made for our
Sick
20th.
For our 50th. AI? You did it through AI?
No, this was just like you can list people that write songs, and so we made a song 20th Christmas, and it was because we got married on December 28th, so it was like Christmas and our.
Why are you trying to take away from Jesus' holiday, bro?
I got another good one for all our kids, like childhoods when they were little. She kept a journal of all the little things they did, and it ended up being like dozens of books. And I spent it's over 400 pages typed out, but I wrote a book called A Mother's Love, and it's all that typed out and put into a book format. And I would recommend. I mean, I could never keep a journal because I
lost about 2 weeks with one, and then it just
But if you can marry someone who keeps a journal and you want to like do a really cool present, type it out into a book later on. But it's really cool looking back and reading those things, because the things you think you remember everything, but you don't.
Justin's getting all soft on me right
now.
I'm like getting all romantic. I don't know if I like it.
Yeah, she's looking at me, so I gotta play it up. I didn't need of those things for the 15th. For our 20th, I get farted on her face. I mean,
hey, so someone's shitting on you in this question. They said huge appetite and poor metabolism, similar to Justin. Can this be
Is there any hope?
Can this be improved? Or is it hammer cardio plus low calories for a cut?
Oh, it can absolutely be improved. My metabolism used to be outrageous. The amount of food I ate at my peak was really pretty wild. My high days were 11 meals at one point. I mean, not really; they were 9 meals. But then I'd make a big shake before bed, which was technically like the 10th meal, and I drink half of it, and then when I woke up to pee, I'd finish the other one. And they were all over 1,000 grams of carbs. They were over 350 grams of protein. That was when I was at my biggest, but I worked really, really hard on that. And we have, if you want to join, another plug, shameless plug, a shameful plug, teamtroponin.com. There's actually a section in there, building a metabolism, where I detail how we took a guy named Adam who was in that same boat, skinny, fat, terrible metabolism. And over the course of 18 months, we had him from where his BMR was like 1,900 calories. It was terrible. To he was eating anywhere from, I think his low days were like 3,800 calories and his high days were 7,000 calories. And so his average across the week was something like 4,500 calories. It took a year and a half, very, very, like all the focus was on that. It was more important to do that than to even add muscle or anything else. That was 100% focus, but you can do it. It just takes a lot of work.
And someone was talking about carb cycling. I think this is the last question, guys. I don't think I missed anyone's. I'm sure if I did miss your question, it's because I couldn't talk about your question. And
you use big words that we couldn't read.
Yeah, anything bigger than 2 syllables. But
what's a syllable?
This one was pretty much advice on how to carb cycle with strength sports and stuff. So, I know Justin will explain this one. He loves explaining this one, but pretty much to sum it up, If you strength wise, day before, actual, like, say you're doing a long bike ride and stuff day before, and then, day of is more muscle building. And Justin, if you want to go into that.
Yeah, I didn't even hear. My daughter got the magic kit that I bought her from Amazon, and she could not wait till this is over to ask if she could open it, even though she knew she could open it because it was for her. But I didn't hear what the question was. I'm sorry.
So it was just someone's asking about carb cycling for strength. Obviously.
Oh yeah. There's two different ways. There's like eating in general for performance, which would be strength, and there's eating for appearance, which is how you look. If you're eating carb cycling for how you look, you want the highest calorie days, highest carb days to be on your big training days on that day. So you train that muscle, and then you have all the nutrients to feed that muscle and fuel growth the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
If your goal is to perform, like as a power lifter or something like that, you want all those calories the day in a day or two before the big event, so you have all that glycogen and fullness to perform. And it seems counterintuitive, because you're like, well, don't I want the best workout? It's like, yes, you want a good workout, but most people are already training hard enough, no matter what, to get more muscle growth than they're fueling with the diet. And so the diet's the limiting factor. So I thought you said something about running, and I think that's the example I usually use. An example kind of in reverse would be like, if I wanted to go out and run for cardio to burn fat, I wouldn't want to drink Gatorade or eat gel packs or anything that has calories, because that would stop my fat burning. If I wanted to run an event to win a marathon, I would want all that stuff, because I'm eating for performance versus eating for appearance.
So, that pretty much sums it up, guys. A lot of questions we had. We were trying to keep these to about half an hour. So I think we went a little bit over today, but if you guys like this, you want to have more questions, or just hear us talk about stuff that pops up every now and then, make sure to like and subscribe.
Yeah, in the comments. Yeah, tell us. I'm old. I don't know what you guys like. You want us to bring other guests on? You want us to try to be goofballs? You want us to do live streaming of the Olympia, the Arnold, events like that? Do you want
any rear glute spreads? If you want rear glute spreads,
us to show the process of that.
Yeah, you weirdos.
Anything. We could like read a poem. I don't know.
But yeah, guys, check out First Detachment. Once again, got sales going on, great specials going on, lots of products, health products, liver, kidney, joint support. We've got our pre-workouts, our intra workouts, all the good stuff.
Best intra workout there is, and we'll be coming out with an improved version of our GDA Suppressor Max sometime this summer that I'm super excited about, because I'm going a little tangent here. Everyone's looking towards dihydroberberine, but no one ever reads the studies, that's what I always say. Because if you read the studies, dihydroberberine doesn't improve blood glucose over standard berberine, even though it's more bioavailable. It does not seem to improve blood glucose. There is, however, things you can do to berberine to make it improve blood glucose. I can't say more than that, because one guy almost guessed it already. Some really smart, I wish I remember his name. I think he messaged me on Instagram. Kudos to whoever you were. You almost nailed it. It was something different. You did something that makes berberine really hepatoprotective, like liver protective, that we've actually been looking at for a revised version of QRF. But no, this is different, and we're super excited about it. And so we're going to get to have a double mic drop of the studies on this compound show an improved blood glucose 20 to 22.5% over berberine alone, whereas dihydroberberine does not show an improvement. So everyone's going the wrong way with it. We're going the right way with it. If you hopefully you follow us.
So that's smack talk for all you people, other companies out there. Bring it.
Yeah. If you notice that everyone's switching to L-citrulline. Everyone used to use citrulline malate, and then we didn't use citrulline malate. Why? Because you can't use citrulline malate. You need L-citrulline. So the first thing your body has to do is cleave that malic acid. So then you have the citrulline. That takes time. You drink your pre-workout right before the gym, and then your body's cleaving that malic acid. Then the L-citrulline's getting absorbed. Then it's getting in the bloodstream, and then your workout's over, and then that L-citrulline's starting to do its work. Where L-citrulline is by itself, even though you have to take more because it's more bioavailable or less bioavailable, it starts working right away. And I've noticed recently that everyone's using L-citrulline instead of citrulline malate, even though everyone had been using citrulline malate for the longest time. So, yeah, if you're watching this, you can trust what's in our products. There's legit research behind everything.
Yes. And so you guys got about way too much information there that you guys didn't pay for, but that's all right. We love you. We love you guys. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, because if you do, we're going to keep doing this stuff, and we're going to be hitting to topics, current topics, bodybuilding, politics, whatever you guys want to talk about. We'll be willing to meet, head it up, horse race, whatever. So we'll do it on
the Kentucky Derby. The horse that won the Kentucky Derby is like a group owned. It was like an investment thing, like where you could buy stock in a horse. Created by a dude that lives in Richland, Michigan, my little podunk town in Michigan. Just won the Kentucky Derby.
So if you guys are cool with it and want to hear more of this stuff, especially about Richland, Michigan.
Yeah. Right now, the comments. Please less horse talk.
Like and subscribe. And for those of you guys who stuck around longer than the attention span of most people nowadays, we appreciate it. We love you guys, and we will see you guys later.